Recently, Prem Rawat joined volunteers for the Prem Rawat Foundation in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, to introduce the Peace Education Programme to educators at the Global Educational Supplies and Solutions Conference, the leading education conference and exhibition in the Middle East. Already offered at over 1,400 educational institutions, the Peace Education Programme is being welcomed at a growing number of high schools and universities because of its potential to promote critical thinking and reflection and to help students develop greater personal awareness and resilience.
This is the first educational conference where we've been able to present the Peace Education Programme. This is also the first conference where Prem Rawat himself was invited to speak, which has made it just really nice and complete. And this is the first conference in the Middle East. We've had interest from many countries that had never heard of the Peace Education Program previously, and it's been so exciting being able to speak with these people. And they're very interested because they're educators or involved in education. They want to help students. They want to help students be the best of themselves. And they love the idea of being able to provide them a course with self-discovery of who they are and what it means to be a human being.
We are promoting well-being for students. We are promoting a program that is really empowering people around the world, empowering students. It has been amazing response.
There is nothing like this anywhere else that's being offered at this conference. Whilst there is a lot of focus on technology and indeed some focus on well-being, the focus of the strength people finding within themselves is rather unique and one that is incredibly well related to the Peace Education Programme.
I'm here at Gess here in Dubai, and it's really fantastic to see organizations that are supporting social and emotional learning. There are many organizations here supporting AI and technology, but there are some really important ones that are supporting social and emotional learning content for schools worldwide. Stands like this are offering schools the resources and teachers with resources to teach and support development in social and emotional learning, which is more important than ever.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Guest Talks live session with Mr. Prem Rawat entitled Education for the Heart, How to Thrive in a Noisy World. My name's Dr. Mitesh Desai, and I volunteer for the Prem Rawat Foundation, researching the Peace Education Programme. The Peace Education Programme for schools and universities is a series of facilitated video-based workshops which, through critical and creative thinking, genuine reflection, and thoughtful discussion, empowers participants to reach their own understanding of 10 strength-based themes. Students and educators in over 1,400 institutions worldwide have benefited from the Peace Education Programme. Research indicates that the programme has positive impact on important interrelated components of resilience and well-being. These include appreciation of self, appreciation of life, self-efficacy, meaning confidence and hopefulness in responding to their situation, and empathy. Our speaker today, Mr. Prem Rawat, is a New York Times bestseller and Guinness World Record holder for an author with the largest physical audience present at a book reading. His book, Hear Yourself, How to Find Peace in a Noisy World, is available in 10 languages and has recently been launched in Arabic. We'd like to thank the book publisher Austin Macaulay and GESS for this opportunity to present today. May I now please invite Mr. Prem Rawat.
Thank you, Mitesh, and welcome all of you who have come here to listen a little bit more about peace and what is this all about, because this is not something that you come across every single day. nobody actually says to us how to be in this noisy world. Now, when you think about noise, there are two problems with noise. One problem is it's obnoxious. It really is. But there's another problem with noise. And the other problem with noise is you get used to it. And once you get used to it, you don't hear it anymore, but it's still there. And it affects literally every facet of your life. But you're not aware that you're being affected by it. You're not aware that this is not who you are. There is one story that I have not told in a very, very long time that I would like to tell. And this is part of the peace education program that was put forth. And I had been telling this story in quite a few of my talks, and then I happened to visit this prison in San Antonio. It was a heavy-duty prison. And the first thing then when I walked into the room where they would have their classes, the inmates, the first thing I see is this big painting depicting this story. And it immediately, I had been through all the procedures so that I could get into the prison, this check and that check and door slamming and this happening and that happening. And then you finally walk into this room and there's this incredible painting depicting this story. And I was absolutely speechless at that point. So what is this story about? Well, one day, as every day, this farmer would take his sheep for grazing. One day, as he took his sheep grazing, he saw a little baby lion lying on the side of the trail. He felt sorry for it. So he picked it up and he brought the little cub back. He didn't know what to do with the cub, so he put the cub in the same space where all the sheep were. Slowly and slowly and slowly, days went by. Lion cub got his strength back. He started to be with the sheep, play with the sheep, go grazing with the sheep. And every day was spent like that. One day, there was a huge roar from the jungle. And it was this big lion that stepped out. And when that lion stepped out, all the sheep scattered. They went and they hid. Some hid in the trees, some hid behind the rock, some hid in the grass. Wherever they could hide, they would hide. The lion came walking across, saw all this. He was a little bit mystified when he saw a little butt sticking out from a tree. And it didn't look like a sheep. It was the lion cub, and he was hiding. So as the lion approached him, he could sense that the big lion was there. And he said, "Oh, please, Mr. Lion, don't eat me. Don't eat me, don't eat me. Please let me live." And the big lion said, "I'm not going to eat you. I don't want to eat you. You're not part of my diet. The sheep are, not you. Why are you so scared of me?" He goes, "Oh, please don't eat me, don't eat me. I'm just a poor little sheep. I will not harm you." And the big lion said, "Sheep? You're no sheep, you're a lion. He goes, anything you say, just don't eat me. Just please don't eat me. He said, you really don't know who you are. Come with me. And the big lion took him to the edge of the pond. And he said, now look at your shadow. And when the little lion looked at his shadow, he saw that he was no sheep. He was indeed a lion. And the big lion said, now roar with me like you are supposed to. Now, that's the end of the story. But what does it mean? What did it mean to those inmates who were in prison for 30 years of their life, 40 years of their life, 60 years of their life? What did it mean to them? How did this little story of the little lion cub bring hope to those people? And it did. And the way it brought the hope is that they finally understood they are not part of that society that does just wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong. They're not part of that society that is trying to find itself, and every time it sets out to find itself, it forgets what it is doing there. And forget that what the purpose was to find yourself. The self. You as a human being. Not your ideas. Not what society expects from you. But you as a human being. The expectations that are placed upon us are tremendous. And all those expectations presume that we are terrible, that we are horrible, that we are no good, that we have no hope. But that power that has allowed us to be. You're sitting in this space, there's all these places, all these exhibitions from different companies. But do you know, right now, you're traveling at a speed of 67,100 miles an hour around the sun. Non-stop. It's been going on and on and on. You may have a bad day tomorrow, but you'll still be going 67,100 miles. You may have a good day tomorrow, and you will still be going 67,100 miles. You live on this earth that's 45 billion years old. $67,100 miles an hour is no small feat. This is what's happening. Does it feel like it? Do you feel that? But that's a reality. Even if you don't know it, that is a reality. Even if you don't look out the window and go, oh yeah, oh look at that, it just went. It's still a reality. It's going on and on and on. What is your reality? Your reality is the goodness that lies in your heart. That's your reality. Your reality is the kindness that you are blessed with every single day. That's your reality. You know what my problem is with the word peace? That other word that people are looking for it. How can you look for something that you already have? Peace doesn't lie under your pillow. Peace doesn't lie under your chair. Peace doesn't lie in a box. Peace lies inside of you. And how does that work? With these eyes, you can see everybody's face, but can you see yours? You can't see your own face. What do you need? You need a mirror if you want to see your face. Peace is the same way. Peace is inside of you. And you need to understand that. So what kind of a mirror do I need? No. Start with this, that what you are looking for is within you. You have to accept the wisdom of the heart. You have to accept the wisdom. You think there is a shortage of wisdom in this world? So many prophets have already given us all the tools we need. Now the question is, why do we keep fighting? Why do we keep fighting? We are technologically advanced, we say. There are more people educated now than there ever were. Simply, there are more people now. And what do? They still fight. And here's the beauty. People say, oh yeah, we've been fighting for a long, long time. Somehow that makes it okay. I mean, what if your house was on fire and you called the fire brigade and the firemen came and said, oh yeah, houses have been burning for a long time, don't worry. Will it be okay? If you break your arm and go to the hospital and the doctor says, oh, don't worry, people have been breaking their arms for a really long time. No. You broke your arm, it hurts, you want it fixed, that's that. And it's the same way. Not peace for your neighbor, peace for you. Your peace, your understanding. Your understanding of this one simple fact. And what is the fact? The fact is, this is a natural law, that one lit candle can light an unlit candle. Positive transfer, not negative transfer, positive transfer. If you were to bring one lit candle next to one unlit candle and bring them really close, what do you think will happen? The lit candle will light the unlit candle. That's hope. That's the hope for this humanity. This is the kind of education that we need every single day in our lives. The kind of education that makes a difference for us. You know, we always educate people for the benefit of society, but it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Bring on more police, bring on more regulations. And so there are lawmakers, and all they do all day long is make some more laws, make some more laws, make some more laws. As though they think more laws they make, the society will be more tame. Nobody can look at the record and say it doesn't work. things just get wilder and wilder and wilder and wilder and wilder. And nobody says, well, what's the solution here? And the solution, my friends, is looking at ourselves for the answers. We have a wisdom inside of us that needs to be unlocked. We have understanding inside of us that needs to be unlocked. We are not dumb. We're not stupid. Show, see, acknowledge, understand, rejoice, and be part of that magnificent creation that you are. The power that makes the earth go 67,100 miles an hour is the same power that's keeping you alive. Earth has obviously unlocked it for itself. You need to unlock it for yourself. To see, what is it like to be human? When these challenges are presented to those students, to those young minds, and one day they begin to understand that there is a heart and there is a mind. And here's the beauty of the message. The message doesn't say abandon the mind. The message doesn't say abandon the heart. The message says welcome both. But know the difference. Know the difference. When you cook, in your kitchen, you have many things. You have spatula, you have pot, you have knives. And you know the difference, right? Because if you don't, you're going to be stirring food with your knife and trying to cut your cucumber with a spatula, and it's not going to work. That's what's going on right now. That's what's going on right now. So, when we talk about this book, Hear Yourself, How to Survive in a Noisy World, you can put earplugs to cut the noise of the outside. But what do you do for the noise that is between the ears? And the noise between the ears is what keeps you up in the bed. It's not the noise outside, it's the one. Somebody asked me that in Greece. I was doing a TV interview and he said, my neighbor, he bothers me and I wake up and what should I do? I said, it's not your neighbor. You can get inside of an airplane and that airplane is making more noise than your neighbor. And you are in a little tube sitting next to strangers that you do not know. And you have no problem closing your eyes and falling asleep. It's not the noise of the neighbor. It is the noise between the ears that keeps you up. And the noise is balanced by a silence that exists inside of you. Get in touch with that silence. Understand what that silence is about. Yes, there is a lot of darkness in this world. But that's not what you have to look at. Because there is a light. And you can look at that light. This is that message And this is what that book is all about. It is a humble attempt to reach out to you, to people of this world, and say, look, you don't have to be a victim of this noise. Because slowly, we are all becoming victim of the noise. And how prevalent is this noise? That as soon as we are given a platform through which we can communicate, what do we communicate mostly? Noise. Noise, noise, noise. Yeah. Few good things. Yeah. Meet me at that restaurant, or, I'm lost, or whatever. But mostly noise, 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 noise. Technology is not the answer, because the technology is already within you. The technology of being alive, of understanding who you are. This is what this is all about. So, I'm not really here to inspire you, but maybe the book can. But my point is, what you're looking for, my friends. Yes, I put together this book. I'm the author. But let me tell you something. I hope all this book does, when you read it, that it points to you. Not to itself, to you. Because the answers are in you. Always has been, always will be. The day you know where to look for peace, let me tell you the good news. You will find it. It is not as elusive as you think it is. It is not as weird as you think it is. It's real, and it's within you. And it is within you. All you have to do is hear who you really are. Hear above the noise. Long time ago, that's what came out of Delphi. Socrates said it. Know thyself. Does it hold true now? Yes, it still holds true now. Just a little pointing inwards. Every time you hear news about South Africa, you hear this is wrong, this is bad, that's bad. But do you know that even as we speak, there are people benefiting from peace education in these places? In the humblest of places, in the prisons, police, hospice, doctors, and every level of society. And people are understanding and looking towards themselves finally for the answer. So I hope you too start on a quest of finding yourself. So thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
So we have a few moments for a couple of questions, if anybody would like to ask.
Hello, how are you? I would like to ask you about the conflict between the mind and the consciousness, higher consciousness. So how we can make the consciousness level the higher, because sometimes we reach a place that we feel we're conscious, but then at certain point the mind is interfering very hard. So how we can balance this?
We have a very interesting question. Where does butter come from? Milk. But before you can have butter, you have to have it in yogurt. Where does yogurt come from? Milk. So, milk has in it butter. Milk has in it yogurt. Does it? Does it? No. No. Because when you buy a carton of milk, it doesn't say butter, 7% yogurt, 48%. No. But it's there. Once the milk becomes yogurt, can it go back to being milk?
No.
Just take away the yogurt and it'll become milk again, right? No. All of these things are in you. Peace is in you, mind is in you. And you keep saying, well, mind, peace, me. And you have to understand that, yeah, you as milk have these things in you, but you have to go through the process. And once that process takes place, milk will emerge into yogurt. And from yogurt, you can make butter. And from that butter, you can make ghee. From that ghee, you can fry things till your heart's content. And on, try frying it in milk. And it'll never fry. Why not? If the ghee is in milk, why won't it fry? Because that is the process of separation. And you have to have the process of separation. You keep trying to take ghee and put water in it and white color and say, I'm trying to make milk. Forget it. Heart is heart. Mind is mind. Both are going to be in you. You are going to need the mind for this world. You're going to need the heart for yourself. For whom? For you. Not for the world. Heart will do you no good for the world, but heart will do a lot of good for you. So that is what has to happen.
I came to the expo today and I got the opportunity to be blessed to see Prem's talk. It was wonderful. The story that he told about the lion growing up with the sheep was so inspiring. I genuinely felt that I sat there and Prem was speaking to me alone and no one else. It resonated with me, it hit me in my mind and my heart, and it felt absolutely wonderful. It was a fantastic time, and I have to say that Prem's talk was definitely my favorite.
It is so beautiful to see people come to life. They could be full of problems, there could be issues, there could be things that are going on that are not going their way. And all of a sudden you talk to them about peace, that peace is inside of you. And you are the source of your joy. And don't look at other things as the source of your joy. They light up. And to watch that take place, to watch that smile, that's everything. That's everything.